Introducing the African Diaspora News Channel app, your gateway to stories that's overlooked by the corporate mainstream media.
And we serve as the voice to the Truba Black community.
Again, we got Dr. Candace Matthews.
A lot of these documents, looking at.
We are committed to informing and educating through the power of media.
This country is supposed to be about the land of the free for all. It has not been free for Black people, and we are tired.
With our platform, we're helping to end injustice by exposing it.
Join us in standing for excellence in journalism and serving our community. Download the African Diaspora News app today.
This story is a prime example of only by God's permission. We're going to talk about Pastor Glenn Germany. He's a pastor of Jesus Dwelling Place, and that's located in North Braddock, Pennsylvania. A young man by the name of Bernard Polite came in. He's 26 years old. He came into the church, pulled out a gun, and tried to shoot Pastor Glenn Germany, but the gun jammed. Take a look at this.
You were once on this side of the kingdom. You were enemies to God. You were in a whole different kingdom than God. And God had chose.
Jesus.
It clicked, so God jammed the gun so that the bullet didn't come out. He said, look, spirits was in my mind. He said that they got in my mind and they told me, come in and shoot the pastor. He actually apologized to me. I told him, I forgive you and I want you to know I love you.
As I said, the shooter's name is Bernard Polite. He's 26 years old. And as you can see, there's a brother who leapt into action when he tried to shoot Pastor Germany. And his name is Deacon Clarence McAllister. And he said he wasn't having it. You're not going to take out our pastor. We still need him. Those are his exact words when he was interviewed about why he was so courageous in jumping Bernard Polite. While he was down and he was held down for 20 minutes, Pastor Germany did speak to him to ask him why he came in to try to unalive him. And he said that what was happening in his mind is that spirits were speaking to him and told him to go and shoot the pastor. He has never been to this church. And Pastor Germany mentions that he came in once or twice and he left. He kept coming in and out. And he also said that his brother, who happens to be the co-pastor of the church, and his name is Gary Germany, told him that he was expecting a guest. So when Bernard Polite was walking in and out, he just thought that he was the guest. But then when he came in the third time, he then just pulled the gun. But as you can see again, the gun jammed. So he actually was going over to try to shoot him again, but then Deacon McAllister jumped into action. So the police did arrive, and then he was in the police car. And the pastor, Pastor Germany, did go out and speak to him further. And what he said to Bernard Polite is that he loves him and he forgives him. And he also gave him his contact information and said, reach out to me if you need anything. Now, if this is not a man of God, I don't know what else is, because here you have somebody who came to try and unalive you, and you are still offer him grace, and you still treated him in a humane way, and you still talked further to him and poured love into him and offered your assistance and said that he would help him out with anything that he needs. That is how we as a community do it. The police ended up going and searching his home, and they discovered another deceased person in there. This person that was deceased is a 56-year-old man by the name of Derek Polite. Turns out that this is Bernard Polite's cousin. So he had unalived him before heading over to the church to try and unalive Pastor Glenn Germany. As of today, Bernard Polite is in custody and is still in jail and has been charged with homicide. And so that is where we're at now. That's the latest update on this story. I will say that this shooting or attempted shooting took place on May 6th. So we are now towards the end of May, and the update is that he is behind bars and has been formally charged with homicide. So we will definitely keep an eye on this and update as it goes on. But I will say again, nothing happens without God's permission. And obviously the devil got in this man's mind, and God said, not today, Satan, not today. We still need this man of God. We hear about shootings that go on all the time in churches. We've heard about people going into Black churches and shooting them up, and some people were unalived. But in this case and on this good day, God said, no, we want this pastor. And God bless this pastor for being so loving towards this brother. He obviously saw that he needs help, psychological help, mental health, spiritual help, and he's pouring into him. And that's a wonderful thing. Oh boy. Well, we're very, very happy that it turned out the way that it did, and we thank God for that. Let me know what you all think about this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this content. Also download the African Diaspora News app. You can grab it at the Google or Apple store, or head over to africandiasporanews.org and download it there. You'll have access to content you won't see here or anywhere else. We all know that on this platform, there are several things that they don't allow. And thank God for this African Diaspora News app, where everything and anything is open for conversation. So you want to download that app. Download it today. Also subscribe to my YouTube channel, EA Public Relations. Until next time, please be safe, everyone.